Everybody, welcome to Resurrection Garage. I'm going to kick this YouTube thing off with a little bit of a overachievement, I'll say. I'm nothing new to the car game, but welcome to the series we're going to call Man Vs the N63. Now, a little backstory on this car. It's a 2013 550 I with the X-Drive, and guy I'm doing this for, we'll just call him John at the moment. He got this car for about $2,500. Talked to me because I've done a couple cars for him before, and the car was listed as a non-runner in the auction. He got it for like $2,500, and he's had a 7 Series before with this engine and stuff. But we're actually coming in the middle of the story, I guess. But the engine, we replaced the starter because it was a non-runner. Starter was bad, replaced it, got it running, and the engine also, once we got it running, it was clack, clack, clack. I almost thought it was just a hard Vanos slap, like the Vanos cam phasers were just gone. But once got into it, it ended up being the, if you see my shorts, ended up having the rod bearings spun hard. Enough that the rod bearing journals were actually stepped. So, it's pretty bad, but you're kind of joining me in the middle of it. As you can see over here to the left of me, I'm already on the reassembly, but we can actually start. Let's start with a little bit of a flashback a few months ago when I actually started this to when the how we actually took the engine out. It's actually quite an interesting one. So let's roll that flashback. All right, now, yes, that was a little crazy, but there was no real drama in the end. We just, hooked up to my cousin's case Minotaur and dude, that thing never came off of idle. It never stressed, never had a problem. And it's just kind of what you have to do when you don't have a lift yet. So, or even a garage at that moment. That's a whole other story. But yeah, so brings us now to what I'm actually doing. This is actually I'm trying to make this series to do a rebuild of an N63, not completely conventional, but actually do a little bit more over the top. The goal here is 600 horsepower daily, roughly, is what I'm trying to get, and reliably. Yes, there's a lot of other things done to it. If you've seen the shorts, there are some things there, but I'll actually throw in some stuff here because I've already done things like rebuild the turbo, which I'll show you now. And there's a lot of teardown as well. Anybody that's ever done one of these knows that there is just so many parts that it's just ridiculous. There is way too much just to go on, just to drop an engine and, get things undone. Coolant lines, vacuum lines, oil coolers, your DMEs that have actually coolant running to them. And I actually work on car lifts for a living. And when I go to the BMW dealerships and tell them I'm doing this to see if I can get any tips, all they're saying is like, they're treating me like I'm mental. So yes, I'm a little crazy, but let's see how it goes. People, change your oil. Matter of fact, if you got a twin turbo V8 out of a BMW, just go change it now. Don't care if you did it 500 miles ago, just go do it. This could be you. Matter of fact, get some catch cans. This will save your life. Catch cans. Save thousands. Two down, 46 more to go. All right, now that you've enjoyed some of that fine B-roll, I do have to let you know, I was just kind of annoyed in the beginning there when I was cleaning the valves. It really is just kind of one of those things that comes with direct injection. But yeah, it was just so bad. And that's why I am putting catch cans on this, to actually do oil air separation outside of the engine and not have it cross the valves as much. And it does actually imply that they didn't change their oils as well as they should, unless they did it according to BMW's 15,000 mile interval. But yeah, that's a whole other thing. But now next I'm gonna try and chop this up a little bit, but I've actually rebuilt the turbos as well. Actually had some footage of that, so here, I'll give you that for a minute.
Now, I know this probably isn't the most exciting video in the world, but yeah, those are the billet turbos that we had. I guess the eBay billet turbos in there, but they actually worked out great. I do like the BMW actually has an alignment pin to make sure everything's clocked right in there for that hot V turbo, so everything fits right. But yeah, so sorry this wasn't the most exciting video, but I do have more. Like I said at the beginning, this is just part one. So hang on for more. Subscribe. I guess, you know, I'll be like everybody else. Subscribe, hit that notification, maybe leave a like, maybe throw a comment on something that you might want to see a little more of, or, you know, you don't want to see more of. But if everybody hangs out to the end of this series, I actually do have a pretty sweet car lined up and to line this car up against. Already have it approved with the owner and with the owner of the other car. He actually thinks it'll be pretty cool. And it's actually another forced inducted V8. That's really not a hint, but it can be if you want it to be. But until then, we'll see you in the next video.